Well, I knew this was coming. Let's see what the damage is. Only $10,000. I'll just subtract it from today's profit. And there's no money in here.
Mi nombre es Logan, and I'm currently in a major Hypixel Skyblock calorie deficit. I'm sorry, Sam Sulek, but the bulk is just way too expensive. One of the things I really love, and also really hate about Skyblock, is that there's about 1,500 ways to do just about everything. There's 1,000 ways to gain Skyblock XP, there's 1,000 ways to clear dungeons, and most importantly, there's 1,000 ways to make money. If you're on a standard profile type. Typically, players can make hundreds of millions or even billions of coins by fighting a tier 5 lava kraken and clearing high dungeon floors. But most of the really good methods are more useless to me than this Friday Night Funkin' 4-key quote-unquote Skyblock keyboard. Seriously, what is this even for? And better question, which multi-millionaire consultant decided on this price? Why is it useless? Well, you tell me, what am I gonna do with just 4 damn keys? Those money-making methods are useless because I can't access the auction house, or 99% of what the bazaar offers. And no, contrary to what you might think, I didn't get banned from these locations for bad behavior, or public indecency, but it's rather a form of discrimination, because I have this little recycling logo next to my username. What does the Skyblock government have against Good Samaritans? Whatever, the fact is that I can't really interact with the economy, at all, and that sucks because I want money. Crazy, I know. I want money for booster cookies so I can benefit from the various rewards without having to spend real-life USD dollars on the game, because then I would no longer be turning a profit from YouTube. And these cookies, oh man, they're expensive. I would say they cost an arm and a leg, but I don't think that would be doing the price enough justice. Booster cookies also expire after just 4 days of consuming one, so it isn't going to be just a buy one and done situation. So instead of curling up into a ball, crying about the economy and Hannah Bakering myself, I pulled myself up by my bootstraps like a true patriot and decided to embark on a quest for virtual doubloons. And of course, heavily over-exaggerate my endeavors in the process so the TikTok kids will think this is much more important than it actually is. Sorry guys, I'm kinda just looking for a job in this video. Hey kiddos, guess what? Discord. That's right, Discord everybody. It's finally here. Go to link in description, click on link below that isn't malware, definitely not malware. Hey, better late than never, right? As it turns out, making money is harder than communicating with a deaf person. No, I don't know sign language, I really contribute nothing to this world. The biggest issue is how limited my options are. There's only a few really good methods and they make every other hustle seem like a total waste of time. With a game as big and complicated as Hypixel Skyblock, you'd think I'd have 1,500 options for making coins, right? No, that would make too much sense. I know that the Iron Man game mode is supposed to be a challenge, but the money-making methods Iron Man have resemble that of a real-life job market a little bit too much. We play video games to escape the cold, harsh facts of reality. The last thing I want is to be reminded that I'll never get a good job. I've got farming and I've got mining, including some slight variations of the two. Let's just get it over with and start with... Farming seems to be the go-to method to make money as an Iron Man recently. I've heard it makes slightly less money than mining, but it's way easier to carry out. The gameplay is uninspiring, to say the least, and I can test that with both wheat and pumpkins, because those are the only 2 crops I have farms for right now. I've spent all of my time in the Crystal Hollows, digging up rocks and minerals. I'm not a farmer, I'm a miner. And as Taylor Swift once said, miner's gonna mine. All these other enchanted crops you see here are from pests, because the only thing they're good for is giving me a head start in the garden and acting as free compost. Starting off with wheat, my rates are... I'll just say it like it is. Terrible. My gear is held together by Scotch tape, and my farms are the shoddy default presets. Really, it's so bad that I unironically think my farming profits would be better if I farmed on the public islands. My HOA reminded me that by not having the absolute most optimal farms on my garden, I'm violating their guidelines and I'd have to move. And you know how I feel about building farms. But let's just say that, hypothetically, for the sake of the argument, I built some good-sized farms. It's really easy to log onto the garden and... let's call it automate the money-making process. And by that I mean macro. It's really easy to set up a program that presses 2 buttons on your keyboard and cheat to make a lot of Skyblock dollars. I don't think it'd be a good idea for me to build these kinds of farms, because I don't know if I can trust myself to keep the intrusive thoughts from taking over. Though, if you really think about it, you can set up a macro for pretty much anything. I could even create a program that plays the stock market and make millions by trading stocks 24/7, which would probably be a much better use of my time. I have not been silenced, and I'm saying this from my own free will. I hereby retract my previous statements and heavily advise against attempting anything of the sorts. Do not cheat on Hypixel. But who knows, maybe I'll be revisiting the garden sometime soon.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas!
Ah, Christmas, my favorite time of year. And thanks to Skyblock, we can have Christmas in May. No, I'm never calling them the holidays. Christmas is unarguably the best one. Sadly, before I can even get into what this method is, it's automatically disqualified. Not being considered. Cancelled. Forbidden. That's because this winter island is only open for a total of 10.5 hours every 5 real-life days. My boy, I'd be sleeping through that most of the time. I'm not waking up in the middle of the night to make Skyblock coins, but I feel like this one is worth bringing up nonetheless. So yet again, for the sake of the argument, let's pretend that this island is open year-round. The winter island is a fairly important one, having quite a few uses. It's great for fishing, holds a few exclusive quest lines, loads of progression to get through, an entire invasion-style event, and it's the only place you can obtain presents. And like greedy, self-centered children, we only care about the presents. The best place to find them is in the ice mines. No, not those ice mines, the other ones. There's about a 55% chance for there to be a little gift stuck in the walls of the glacial cave, either white, green, or red. White being the worst, and red being the best. From a red gift, you can get up to 1,000,000 coins, just from opening a single gift. That sounds really good. Too good, and that's because you need 30 virus tier luck for that to happen consistently. First and foremost, red gifts themselves are very rare to find, and even if you manage to get your grimy little hands on one, there's a 0.03% chance to get those 1,000,000 coins. Oh dear, no bueno. Hasta la vista, Winter Island. Thanks for making me wait 3 days for you to open and giving me nothing in return. You might be wondering by now, hey big man, where are you getting all these methods from? I've gotta come clean about it. I've technically done all of this before. I made an Iron Man money-making guide a few months back, and so far I've just taken all of the methods from that video. So there's me citing my source and also inserting a not-so-subtle ad. Not to worry though, you can trust me to make extensive guides like that. Look, I'm basically an endgame player. Well, according to the official Skyblock progression guide, I guess I'm still in the early game stage. Oh, wow, I guess I'm only 30% of the way to early game, actually. Really? Not even very early game yet?
What's up guys, it's me, your favorite almost very early game Skyblock YouTuber here with 1000 Void Gloom kills and full armor of Devour.
Like an Enderman.
Ender nodes are what I like to call a baby's first money-making method. It's really easy to get into, gives a ton of other necessities on the side, and makes an alright amount of cash. All you've got to do is run around with any pickaxe and slam it into any blocks that spew purple particles. Other than the useful enchanted obsidian and grand experience bottles, we're looking for nested endermites. I prefer to use items with splash damage abilities to take out the grotesque purple embryos, which drop this neat little goop that NPCs will dip into their retirement accounts for. Man, that description is messed up. You take that gel and sell it to any NPC, maybe some of the enchanted materials you get on the side as well, and if you're really fast, you can make around 700 coins every second you do this. Hey, that's kinda cool. I just made 700 coins. Oh, another 700. And again. With an income like this, I'll be rich in no time, surely. No, 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 dumb idiot stupid. Did you not learn how to do math in 3rd grade? That doesn't even equate to 3,000,000 coins per hour. That is way too little for a man of my caliber. It's also a really high effort way to make coins. It's too much running around for me. Cardio isn't my specialty. Okay, let's be real here, nothing physical is my specialty. Plus, Endernode mining is very competitive among newer players, and it just wouldn't feel right to ruin an essential money-making method for these little jimmies. Oh, hold on everyone, it's time to besiege my chocolate factory. That's right, out with the old and in with the new, plus 25 Skyblock XP. We're sending the old rabbit family into the Soviet gulag, and once again starting the process of rehiring a new crew.
That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Oh yeah, we got Vegas at home, baby. Most of the gambling methods in Skyblock don't even cost any money to buy into. There's dungeons in Kudra, which cost you nothing but your time, with slayers being practically free as well. There's high-class arch, which costs your actual money, so I guess it's basically just normal gambling. And there's even a literal slot machine you can buy from the auction house. You can combine it with any piece of Crimson Isles armor for depressing results. Speaking of Crimson Isles armor, you can also craft some Thunder and Magma Lord armor and hope to sell at a profit with good attributes. On second thought, maybe hold off on that. If you win more than you lose, then congratulations, you've turned a profit. But if you lose more than you win, well, you still win. Let me explain. If you lose enough bets, you'll have so little money left that you'll qualify for all kinds of government subsidies, which means that a portion of United States taxpayer dollars will be given to you to help keep you alive and fuel your gambling addiction. So guess what? You never really lose. Gambling is a win-win scenario. This has to be the absolute best money-making method in Skyblock. The problem? Iron Man. As upsetting as it is to hear again, Iron Man profile types have pretty much no real ways to gamble. A tragedy, I know. But aside from gambling, there is still hope. No, we're not mining diamonds, those sell for straight dirt, but there's a lot of other ores and crystals to mine, like gold blocks and gemstone veins. If gold mining sounds fun, the only real option you have is to mine out the mines of Devon. Anyone caught mining the gold in the Dwarven mines needs to be put on a terrorist watch list. When it comes to gemstones, we've got a lot more options here. Rubies would be the most obvious of the bunch, having the fastest break time. Mining jade would also be viable, because preparing to mine the gems doesn't make me want to rip out all my hair and get my blood drawn so it won't boil in my skin. If you mine sapphire, you've probably forgotten about the armadillo pet nerf. What's that? 30 Virus made 100 million coins every hour with an armadillo pet. Uh-oh, looks like someone drank a stupid potion. It's been like nearly a year now. The pet's been nerfed to the ground, miles below sea level. Jasper gemstones are incredibly dense, and I'd fall asleep before even breaking a single pane. It's got a high sell price for non-Iron Man players though, so have fun with that. Then there's the super secret gemstone, the like button gemstone. Go on and mine that like button if you haven't already. Alright, I'll show myself out. If you mine amber for coins, you're probably an alien from outer space who's still trying to understand the game. And amethyst. Regarding any of the new gemstones that appear only in the glaciite tunnels, I doubt that any of them are good for Iron Man money making. You best hope I don't catch you mining that citrine for Skyblock coins, or you might see me standing outside your door with a giant foam baseball bat and bonk your dumb ass on the noggin. While my current mining gear isn't the best, I've played Osu with treasure chests for about 50 hours, so you can trust that I've snorted enough vibrant powders to make up for the loadout. But that doesn't really matter though, because luckily, I don't have to test any of these methods. I've always wondered why all these videos about testing money making methods keep coming out, even if they've already been tested before dozens of times. Why reinvent the wheel if it still spins? Shout out to my mans, he saved me a bit of time here. Jade mining isn't hard. All you gotta do is find the mines of Devon, look up, and teleport to one of the many giant green crystal formations. This method had me really excited to try it out because it gave me an excuse to use my Skathapet that took me several months worth of hours to get. And before you call me out on it, I swear to you I still have my efficient miner perk enabled. It just doesn't work since I'm mining in a Crystal Hollows POI. I vaguely remember that gemstone panes had less mineral yield than the blocks, but I believe that was changed some time ago. What do I know though, I'm not even very early game. Let's get the bad news out of the way first. The bad news is that this method relies almost entirely on my pristine stat, of which I have practically none of, and that's probably because I never got around to maximizing this pristine enchant on my gauntlet. There we go, much better. But the good news is that the method is insanely easy to start, because there's no setup required past finding the mines of Devon. It also doesn't give the most money per hour, according to this guy. I wasn't keeping track of my rates. The place is also highly contested, which doesn't help it at all. But this might just be the winning method, not because I'm lazy or anything, I'm just being efficient with my time. Rubies are just like jade, but better. Case closed, there's no big structures to mine them in, so I just went on Google and searched for publicly known routes to mine around. And yes, unfortunately, I did have to finally disable my efficient miner perk. While toggling this perk was more painful than looking at my SAT score, it had to be done. Because the only thing I love more than making my brain's chemicals go shaboinky doink is money. Rock hard cash. You could also optionally mine the topaz that's all around the rubies if you're not a can with terrible gear. I mean, this method is alright, but setting up the tunnels between each gemstone vein is scientifically the most cancerous thing known to man. Luckily, I have bob-ombs to ease my pain. I just hope I never run out of them. With my mining gear, powder count, and the Bow Pet's insane stat boost perk, this just might be the— oh, no, never mind. Ruby mining has been vetoed. And that was everything. I can't believe I went through every single method I can think of and still haven't come across one I'm happy with. I suppose the deck of money-making cards I've been dealt aren't the worst hand possible, but I just really wish there was something more. But hey, that's just life, right? The grass could always be greener, there's always going to be a bigger fish. I guess it's just better to take what I can get. But wait, I missed something. Like gold blocks and gold. Out the mines of Devon. Yes, that's it, gold mining. No matter I wasted my time getting all those pristine books, I'm a gold digger at heart, always have been. As long as you have mineral armor and a decent amount of mithril and gemstone powder, mining gold in the mines of Devon is incredibly profitable. We're talking upwards of 30 mil per hour profitable. Given that I don't have any, and I mean actually none, of the gemstone slots unlocked for my armor, mining gold might be the only practical option for Skyblock coins. For even more money, I can hypnotize my Bow Pet and make him think that we're in the magma fields for a crazy stat boost. Unfortunately, like most other really good money-making methods, it's incredibly competitive, because Skyblock players don't care about anyone or anything but themselves. But what are they gonna do? Tell me to leave and chat? Okay, now what? I'm still here. gonna cry. And my god, is this the most satisfying thing in the game or what? I can see myself thoroughly enjoying this, maybe even for hundreds of hours. I hope that's not foreshadowing. So what did we learn today? To put it simply, there's really only two options I have for making money: farming and mining. That's not a lot of options. Maybe I could fix that by going off to college, getting myself a good degree, leaving Skyblock forever, and transferring those millions of virtual coins per hour into a couple dozen dollars at a humbling retail job. Or I could stay delusional and keep uploading Minecraft content online for you to enjoy. Subscribe, like, and comment something for the algorithm, or I will make sure that you get micro-checked in the wrong place at the wrong time.
There's the magic moment. Yeah, that's it.
Play Golden Eagle today to earn 10x free spins.